right. Well. Yeah, another platform sync. I guess I can get things started with status updates. So I guess there are a couple releases or a couple PRs floating around for all of the asset cache stuff that needs to be reviewed by a couple different groups of people. But I think kind of just waiting on Javier to come back so we can start looking at that. And I'll probably like try and give some sort of like demo or something like that about how it all works. So it's not just like a big block of code. Other than that, been trying to kind of talk to the Paketo people a little bit, maybe try and get some more involvement from them, especially since like a couple of the conversations I've had, especially the one with Patrick at Space Force, kind of was around, or sorry, Spaceship. It kind of seems like that like final last step of allowing new users to kind of onboard and use things effectively slash figure out how Buildpacks work together is really the stuff we're falling short on or be improved. So that's pretty much it.
Sweet. For me, I know I've been doing a little bit of work on modifying the image fetcher of the backcode. It's pretty, I did talk to Javier about this, but it's pretty straightforward what I'm trying to go towards. It's basically, if you have the daemon available, use it. Basically, just use it. And if you don't have it, try to pull a remote image and whatever errors you get, right? And the reason we're doing it is because the daemon can already pull remote. Like it can already handle more edge cases than we can. So it's better to just throw it at the daemon and return whatever error it gives, which would avoid the issue that this part. Anyway, the implementation is there and I'm pretty solid. If people want to take a look, it's not too big. I'm just having a lot of trouble with the tests right now, as I've always had with this repo, which not a big concern, but I was thinking, it would be really nice to do something about it. Like, something I'm thinking is just like, for instance, you can have like one block of tests run, like unit tests run first, and then before having everything else run, it's just so it's easier to parse failures, basically. I guess I'm speaking out loud and dragging on. I guess I'm just trying to say, like, it's very hard to parse a failure when you push up to CI, I guess, and hard to debug too, right?
Are you getting acceptance test failures?
So yesterday I was getting unit test failures, which of course is my fault, right? Yeah, of course I'm screwing up. I'm not taking that, and I think today it's acceptance test failures, which I haven't run luckily, but
okay. I mean, if you would like to pair on this, I feel like just by figuring out what things to search for in that tiny little GitHub window on the acceptance tests, you can narrow down what you're looking for and how to find it. But if you don't know the exact strings to search for, it's just like 50 pages of blah. So that's probably something we should document, at the very least, so that other people don't have the same problem. Yeah, I think Javier showed me this, but
I wonder if given that those test outputs are available from a URL, I wonder if even like a little utility or something like that could be helpful, like grab the most recent failures and then, I don't know, maybe that's overkill. Or I mean, maybe it's what you're suggesting too, Anthony, of just like change the way the test output renders and make it easier to parse to begin with. I don't know.
Yeah. I have no idea how to do this. Especially on like GitHub Actions, where it's just like here's your block of output. Enjoy.
Right. Yeah, no rich go options or anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea though.
It's a good idea. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. I'm sure there's a nice buttoned up streamlined solution here somewhere, but I just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'll throw in there too. It's not at all a help, but a predictive help of if you do need to recreate an environment very similar to the runner, the Linux runner. I had to do that last week, trying to fix the CI failures due to the Docker version change. So if you need that, I can send that along. Just like the identical Azure image that the runners are made from, and Docker versions and things like that, commands to install, because they use a special Azure specific version of Docker, which is close to what's upstream, but you just have to add the right app sources for it.
Yeah, I also feel like anyone who's pushing like outside of this project, pushing a commit for the first time and getting like a failure on a Windows machine or something like that, they're just gonna be like, yeah, no, there's just no way. There's so many layers.
Yeah, for sure.
Think about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna add some notes here too.
Right. We did say we were going to be a little bit better about these notes, so that's why I'm trying to bolster these a little bit.
Okay. I think this is pretty easy. Just add some like hints around this stuff until we have like an actual good solution that people are happy with. Okay, cool. I guess release planning, we have a release slated to go out in just over 2 weeks. We have a lot of things in the next milestone, but I think I'll have some time to actually work on those now that most of the like asset package stuff is kind of off my plate, but in the like ping pong match of waiting for other people and then delivering little bits of feedback. So, but some of this stuff might have to go. I just talk to Javier about that because I don't think I have the permissions required to move anything around. Actually, here, let me just share my screen really quickly. Just see how much stuff we have in here. So I think it's a lot. Oh, snap. Okay, actually, we're doing pretty good. All right, we got some stuff. I think, Juan said that he had kind of come to a conclusion on this. Actually, I think this is it, right? Yeah, let's mark him as the owner of this for now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get through all this stuff, but TBD. All right. The next thing is needs discussion. There is only one thing. It is waiting on El Bandito, aka Travis, to give us some help here since it's not immediately clear what he is asking for here. That's pretty easy. And finally, got some RFCs. Okay. Oh yeah, this. So this came up with the working group last week, and I think one of the questions that Emily raised was around what exactly we're approving here. I'm like, I'm super happy to just approve this in like spirit because it's the right direction, but I also seems like people are like a little bit inclined to like jump into the like nitty gritty details. I don't know if there was any conclusion about on that conversation with the working group. Anthony, do you remember?
Yeah, I was present, and I also didn't get any clear outcomes, right? I mean, to me, there's a couple options. To me, is get these details out into individual issues, right? Like if this RC is approved, which I think is mostly on here, maybe we can have more better details and issues, which I'm happy to drive out, right? I've even put some of the issues I'm thinking about. Another one is maybe we can have a discussion thread about it, about the details, right? I think the problem is really just the details, which haven't been spelled out, right? So I'm just wondering what is the best way to do that, and I think everybody's aligned on moving forward with the RFC without the details being spelled out as they are right now, right?
Okay. All right. So can we just like have some, because I think that that was like a similar conclusion, is if we try and plan everything out, this is going to take way too long. But everyone is definitely excited about, like everyone's like, okay, this is definitely some functionality that'd be useful. So okay. Um, Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna want to freehand this entire comment, but and I almost wonder if like just the I'll go back and edit this a little bit. Does that seem like reasonable? I just don't want this to get stuck in like the bike shed phase because there's so much possible stuff. Cool. Awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, just where my thoughts were at, right? Last time in this previous sync, I'd asked, when do, because I'm new, right? When do the issues usually get made? And they said it's usually when it's in the final comment period. So I'm waiting for it to go to final comment period, so I can spell out the issues, and we can I don't know, dissect them there, and then just telling you where my head is at.
Yeah. Yeah, we had like another RFC that was kind of like this too, right? Around refactoring, where it was like, no, we're not going to make any of the conclusions about what exactly the final package structure should be, because that's just like not a good use of anyone's time. Should wait, like defer on the details. Just like making sure people understand that. Okay, cool. That seems good. Well, hopefully it gets to FCP soon, because that looks super sweet. I think that's everything on the agenda. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, did I miss an RFC? I totally did. Sorry, I missed two. Pack cache options. Oh, I'm supposed to review this. I think it looks pretty good. Last thing that I remember reading is that there are some questions about whether we care about having the launch cache. I don't think we should. Oh, okay. We'll wait for Javier to come back. Get some of his thoughts on that. And lastly, this looks like a draft, so let's skip it. Any last minute topics? No? Dang, okay. That's efficient.